from Todd McFarlane in the DC Multiverse line, we've got the Suicide Squad King Shark Build-A-Figure Wave. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another McFarlane DC unboxing and review. Fairly rare on the channel, but we do them from time to time. Today, we've got the Suicide Squad Build-A-Shark version of Suicide Squad set. This is why I bought this set, all truth be told. I need that King Shark. I needed it in my collection. I should have pre-ordered the Walmart exclusive. I didn't. I said, I'll find it in the stores. Then it's nowhere to be seen in any stores anywhere. So I just fall prey to finding this set at my local Target. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to complete the shark, and it's going to be what it is. And that's exactly what we're going to see today. We're going to go through all these figures, and we're going to build a shark at the very end. But remember, for all your McFarlane toy needs, hit up Big Bad Toy Store. Link in the description below. So we're just going to jump right in. We're going to go through all these. We're going to take a look at the packaging, talk about it, unbox it, talk about it, see where it goes from there. We're going to start off with number one, Polka Dot Man. Now, all honesty, Polka Dot Man, I never even heard of Polka Dot Man until I saw the Suicide Squad movie. And simple review, I guess, of the movie, I thought it was actually pretty good. As far as DC movies go, possibly the best DC movie yet, possibly. Off the top of my head, not as good as the Marvel movies, and I've always leaned more towards Marvel, so maybe I'm biased, but it was still, I didn't feel like I wasted my time watching it, so there's that review. But King Shark, Sylvester Stallone, he stole my heart, and I'm sure he stole yours as well, and that really put that final nail in the coffin that, yeah, I gotta get a King Shark Build-A-Figure, and that's why we're here today, but we'll do him at the very end. But let's take a look at the packaging here. Polka Dot Man, he comes with King Shark's head, and another piece of the King Shark. But then he's got the figure in there. We got some accessories, some polka dot accessories. Yeah, there you go. We got that card in the back there as well, the blue background, all that fun stuff. Got Polka Dot Man, Suicide Squad, all that. Polka Dot Man on the side. Big window on the front, warnings on the bottom. And then, of course, the back of the packaging. There's a little glamour shot of the Polka Dot Man, a little instructions, how we build our shark, of course. There's the cross-sell of who else is in the line. No blurb, none of that stuff, so we can jump right into it. Get right after it. We got a card, like I said there. There's the background. I won't show all these backgrounds, as you guys don't need to see them all. They're all fairly the same, as you guys are fully aware of. Well, who cares? I'll get that later. See you later. Don't really need to read the cards or any of that kind of fun stuff. Plastic prison on the Polka Dot Man. There he is. A lot of accessories with this one. Outside of the Build-A-Figure pieces, there's a lot more going on here than meets the eye, like I always say. Pull these effects out. Maybe. Taped in. So we got these cool polka dot effects. It's got a little thing to put it around his arm. Whoa, as I throw it over. Kind of cool, neat things. I don't understand the Polka Dot Man a whole lot. But, there we go. Oh, he's buckled in. And as you know, with the Suicide Squad, it's kind of a ragtag group that come together. Like I said, I've never even heard of the Polka Dot Man before. But apparently he's somebody. He's somebody in the DC universe, and he's part of this ragtag crew. Much like a young A-Team, but not as good. Not as good. Pull him out. A lot of noise, of course. Gosh, we're buckled in like crazy. What are we doing, McFarlane? What are we doing buckling these guys in like crazy? Alright, let me get him out here. Might have to fast forward through these unboxings. It's just they take forever with these McFarlane twist ties. There it is. See you later up high, over the top. Very heavy Build-A-Figure pieces there. We'll get to that, though. We'll stick those off to the side. Taking a look at old Polka Dot Man here. Looking only like he can look. Articulation-wise, we got double-jointed knees, double-jointed elbows. We got a boot swivel. We got thigh swivel. Nope, no thigh swivel. We got side-to-side, up and down for the legs. Got boots. We got toe articulation. You got to love that from old McFarlane. He's got these wrist gauntlet things. I think that gives him some of his power. I can't remember how he shot those things out. But yeah, this is probably the plainest figure, and if there was going to be a peg warmer in this set, which I haven't really seen as of yet, he would have to be it, I would have to think. He's a pretty plain Jane character. Actually, I can't say he's plain Jane. He's got polka dots all over him. I mean, what do you expect? He's got goggles that go on him as well. They go up and they go over his face. It looks cool. It's just not... This isn't Batman. This isn't somebody you have a strong affiliation to. I don't know if anybody's ever said Polka Dot Man's my favorite guy ever. He's got the butterfly shoulders. That's nice. And a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows. It's okay. It's all right. That's what I'm going to verdict this one as. Definitely not going to be a top favorite superhero, but it does represent the character from the movie. That's pretty strong, so I do like that one. He's got some fun accessories here. I'm sure maybe people can get reused for some of these accessories with the polka dot. Of course, he's a crucial part of building the shark, so we got to have that in there and all. So I guess you get your money's worth. You get your $20 price point out of these figures, and the Polka Dot Man is no exception. So there's Polka Dot Man. Now let's turn our attention to number 2, Bloodsport. Yes, Bloodsport. There he is in the package, looking only like he can look, of course. Got more King Shark pieces, big pieces there. Bloodsport on the side, Bloodsport on the side, warnings on the bottom. On the back, there's no blurb. They saved the blurb for the cards on the back. And there he is. Shows how to build the King Shark. It shows the rest of the crew down below, as you can see. So there it is, old Bloodsport. Now, I believe there's a Bloodsport with an unmasked version, much like John Cena, and we'll get to him in a little bit. There's an unmasked version, a variant out there. It's probably worth more than this one. For me, I didn't care either way, but some of you guys might want both. Some of you guys might want one or the other. But that one is out there, so be aware of that. If you do come across these in the stores... same background there. We got the stand down to the bottom. I love that McFarlane gives us stands all the time. You guys know I'm a big fan of that. We got the card in the back. There it is. See you later. There he goes. All right, let me try to get this guy all unbuckled here. Maybe we should... There's one. Haven't cut my finger off yet, but boy, that day's coming soon. It's coming sooner than I'd like, I'm sure. Get in there. Goes on away. Pull that out. Come on. Come on. Jeez, there's always one, isn't there? There's always one clear tie. Or 2 or 3 or 4. There you go. What are these weapons? So I have heard, and somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it to be true, is DC, maybe it's the movies actually, maybe it's Warner Brothers own DC, I don't know who owns DC, but I have heard that they are not allowed to have weapons with their toys anymore. Their movie figures, at least. See you later. Movie figures are not allowed to have weapons with them for whatever reason. As we all know, in the movie, Bloodsport was shooting people left and right. So for him not to come with a gun seems a little strange to me. Instead, we get these 2 katana-type blades, I guess. I don't know, 2 swords. I'm not sure if I actually remember him using those in the movie. I always think of him more as a gun guy. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's the way I see it. Very similar to Polka Dot Man, same articulation structure, that toe articulation we love. Got a cool head on him here. I don't hate this mask. I mean, almost looks alien-esque is how he looks kind of in the face to me. Butterfly shoulders, of course, the hands. No removable hands with these ones. Of course, his blades do fit in his hands, so I guess he'll have that. But it kind of ruins the character a little bit, not having guns. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but once again, Bloodsport is one I'd never even really heard of. I guess I've seen him in comics, but I don't know his history or anything until I saw, I believe, the first Suicide Squad movie. And wasn't that with Will Smith? I believe that was correct. But I do like the orange and blue. That is a good color combination. It goes very well together here. It's got a very soft diaper piece down here. That's kind of strange. I guess it's Bloodsport. I mean, actually, in all honesty, I probably would rather have the unmasked version. That one represents the movie character a heck of a lot more than this one. Maybe that's just me, but it is what it is. I got him for the shark pieces at the end of the day, so I'm okay with this. It's okay. It's okay. That's where I'm going to put him at. It's not going to blow me away by any means. Similar to Polka Dot Man, but I would say he is considered probably the leader of the Suicide Squad. I think that's a pretty fair assessment. You guys correct me if I'm wrong on that as well. This video is about that King Shark. That's about that King Shark. But pretty cool. Same articulation as the Polka Dot Man. I won't bore you with all our articulation on these. But some good details. I like the xenomorph alien type face going on there. The orange and blue does really pop. At least there is some detail on his blades. But I really would like a gun. I wish that maybe I'll look around my collection. Maybe I have a gun that would work with him. I'm not so sure. But there it is. There's old Bloodsport. Now we turn our attention to one that, for my audience, the majority of my audience might be a little more interested in, is it's John Cena. John Cena joining the ranks of many superstars over the years, they've had millions of wrestling figures, but now getting a figure of himself in something else. You've had The Rock, you've had Roddy Piper, you've had Hulk Hogan that have played other characters in movies and stuff that have got a figure based on those licenses. Now John Cena joins that illustrious group out there. And I'm sure we'll get more John Cena movie figures eventually before all is said and done. We got a Mattel one coming up, I believe Walmart exclusive from like Fast and the Furious or something. So John's getting other figures out there. So kudos to him. That's kind of cool if you ask me. He does come with the King Shark arms. He's got the card in the back. He's got a stand. He's looking only like he can look. Once again, there is another version of this John Cena with, I believe, just John Cena's head. I could see maybe wrestling fans leering towards that one a little bit more because it's more John Cena-esque. Or they might want both of them. But I do think this will be a strong seller just because he kind of fits two niches. He fits the superhero world of this movie, and then you got John Cena collectors out there as well wanting to get a piece of him. He is the Peacemaker. Quite the name on him, quite the costume, quite the everything on here. John Cena, stealing the show. Stealing the show in Suicide Squad. Also, John Cena, a big fan of the channel, as we all know. The John Stockton of fashion, as he's told us many a times. But at least he recognizes me as the Larry Bird of action figure collecting. So kudos, John Cena, to you there. Let's pull him out, see what's doing. Maybe. Oh boy, he doesn't want to come out. What's going on here? What's going on, John? Come out of the package. I have no idea why he's stuck. What is doing? Oh, what are we doing here? See you later. Are we locked in? Oh, we are. We're locked in on the backside here. Oh boy, that's interesting. Didn't expect that. We got a nice swerve going on here. There it is. Maybe I can get his card out. We'll talk. Let's see what it says about old John Cena, huh? Let's read his card. Let's read this Peacemaker card. See you later. All right, a huge hulking specimen with muscles on his muscles. Peacemaker is a world-class marksman, just like his fellow squad member Bloodsport. They had a little cantankerous scenes or two. But if you ask him, he's better. He's more than willing to fight, kill, and even start a war. But of course, it's all in the name of keeping the peace. Oh, of course it is. Of course it is. Somebody's got to keep the peace in these trying times. Cut out the King Shark here. Big, heavy packaging on all these figures. As you can imagine, with this King Shark, and I just lost my razor blade. Are you kidding me? I'm just batting 1,000 today. I'm just struggling left and right. What is going on? Look like I got my scissors off to the side here. The Suicide Squad is fighting back. They said, Kyle, you usually stick to these Marvel reviews. What are you doing here? What are you doing with us? Well, I'm just trying to get to the shark. Trying to get to the shark of it all. Pull that out. Pull that out. Jeez, we've got ankles tied in. They are not messing around. I got enough twist ties and plastic pieces here at my desk to, you know, build a couple of vests like they do at Walmart. There it is. There it is. Jeez, it's loud enough. There it is. See you later up high towards the sky. Look at these big hulking arms. We'll get to the King Shark. Don't just wait. We'll get to the King Shark. That's what we want to see the most. All right, the old Peacemaker is here. John Cena, let me straighten him up. He's got the double-jointed knees and arms. Actually, it looks pretty good likeness-wise. Obviously, he's got a mask on, but it looks a lot like John Cena. It's pretty cool, actually. He comes with his patented sword, because we all know Peacemaker, that was his main weapon, was this sword. No, absolutely not. I don't even remember him using a sword in the movie. Maybe I just forgot. It's been a while, and I've only watched it once, but I'm sure he used a sword. I would hope he used a sword at least once. But we know him all from his gun. But I did, on eBay, I did pick up this gun. So it is his gun. Somebody 3D molded this. It was like $6. And I said, if I'm going to get this John Cena figure, I need to go all out. I need to give him his gun. So I did get the Peacemaker gun here. I'm going to put this right in there. That adds a heck of a lot of difference to this toy. I mean, he's not known for a sword. They have to have a gun. So I recommend search on eBay. You can find a Peacemaker gun weapon if you need one. That is the way to go, I feel. You guys tell me, though, if you're going to do that. But I love the double-jointed elbows here. You don't get a lot of human characters. I mean, he looks very human, where some of the other ones, like Bloodsport, Polka Dot Man, even the Batmans of the world, they got so much suit going on. You don't see a lot of skin, a lot of humanity in the figures, if that makes sense. This guy looks like a human with a shirt on and pants on, and it really is captured pretty well, I think. DC Multiverse Todd McFarlane did a very good job on this John Cena figure. Actually, very underrated, if you ask me. I didn't have a lot of high hopes or little thoughts on this, but this looks a lot better out of the package. Great posability and great look to the character. I'm not familiar with Peacemaker either very much at all outside of the movie, but for the Peacemaker I know from the movie, this is what this looks like. It's shrunk down into proportions, so I do like that a lot, and I guess I'll give him his sword just to have. He might just need his sword for a rainy day. You never know. So there he is, John Cena, the old Peacemaker, live and in color. So the Peacemaker is there. Now we turn our attention finally to Harley Quinn. She stole our hearts in Batman the Animated Series and really took off from then, starring in her own movies. It's always interesting when some of these smaller characters become really popular, much like a Deadpool. Very female version Deadpool, very female version for DC. Kind of the same history of Deadpool. Deadpool was a minor X-Force character that really took off. She was a minor Batman character that really took off. There's some parallels there throughout that universe. But Harley Quinn, very popular, has her own movie, like I said. It also comes with a big pair of shark pants as well, so good for her. You got Harley Quinn on the side, Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn. Nothing fun on the back. Got a little bit of here's the rest of the set, but no blurbs or anything. They save all the blurbs for the card. And that's okay. As long as we get blurbs of some sort, I'm happy. You guys know me. Are we locked in the same way here as well? No, we're just gonna rip it all off. I guess that's the way we're gonna do it. So there it is. See you later. See you later. Can I get in here? Let me cut these twist ties. Twist ties aplenty. Gotta lock in those big pants, some big old shark pants. There it is right there. See you later. Get out of here. All right. How do we look here? First thing I noticed from the back, at least, is all these tattoos on Harley Quinn. She's all tatted up and ready to go, ready to fight. Good for her once again. Let's see. Can you come out? There it is. Ah, come on. There it is. Cut. Knock her out of here. There it goes. There it is, and there it is, and see you later. Hi, there it goes, knocking things over. Big old pair of pants here, and like I said, we'll get to the shark pieces at the end here. She does come with her spear. That was a pretty pivotal scene in the movie. We saw it in the previews as well. It's her like kind of jumping off a building with the spear. She was given this spear by one character that was fallen in the movie and kept it along for a good measure, I guess. But looking at this one, very similar to John Cena, a good representation of a human figure form for McFarlane. Maybe a little bit off on the skin tone. It is a little bit white. I think it needed maybe just a brush more of color to it. But pretty cool. A plastic robe. You know, she wore this dress in the movie she wore. That is pretty fitting. She does have all the tattoos on her leg, the check marks, all that. The tattoos on her back, chest, arms. Very colorful in the tattoo department. Smaller figure. It is a female figure, double jointed. You got the wrist articulation as well. No extra hands with this one. The head, of course, with the red and black ponytails going on there. We got her combat boots. One issue I've always had with the McFarlane toys is I don't like this big ball joint right here at the ankles. I just feel it looks ungodly, and it just kind of takes away from the look of the total figure. I've always felt that way. But it does give for a lot of different movements out of the legs, depending what you're looking for. We do got the double jointed knees as well. She's not going to be able to bend all the way back because her dress does limit the articulation a little bit. But it is a very strong Harley Quinn figure, and I have to think this is probably my first Harley Quinn figure in my collection. And I'm just going to have a simple Suicide Squad shelf. I wouldn't be shocked to see It's So Hard to Say Goodbye part 15 one of these days, where I say, you know what, the Suicide Squad collection, just not for me. I'm keeping the King Shark just because it looks so cool, but the rest, they got to go. That might happen one of these days. But for now, it would be cool to have kind of the team all together on a shelf. I always have some empty shelves that I have flex shelves. I'll put Power Rangers in them. This set will be in there. Ghostbusters. Kind of where I can move. They kind of fit around. If another shelf grows, I can always move them out, move them somewhere else. And that's where I'll probably have with these guys as well. But pretty cool. The Harley Quinn, not terrible. Better than expected, I would say. Better than expected. Actually, all these figures, except Polka Dot Man, he's pretty much what I expected. Bloodsport, pretty much what I expected. Cena was better than expected. Harley Quinn, better than expected. So that's kind of a quick rundown. I'd have to say probably Cena's my favorite. Maybe that's because of the wrestling background I have, so he's my favorite there. I'm going to put Harley Quinn at number 2, Bloodsport at 3, Polka Dot Man at number 4. It just kind of is what it is. Not as deep ratings as some might give out there. But now, I've got to build the King Shark. I got to put him together. Let me do that, and we'll talk about him. All right, and we're back. We've got the King Shark built here. We've sped through these reviews pretty good. I didn't want to just sit here for 10, 15 minutes and do all these all week long like we do some of the other reviews on there, because as you guys know, as I talked about, I don't really have a huge affinity for a lot of these characters here. I don't have a deep knowledge on these characters. What I bought this set for was to get to the final goal, and that was to build a figure King Shark. This is exactly what I like in figures. You guys know me. I love crazy big figures. I love off-the-wall zany creatures. I love Sylvester Stallone. Who doesn't love Sylvester Stallone? And I love sharks, apparently. And this just fits all the things I want out of a Build-A-Figure, a big figure. It's zany, it's big, it's menacing, it's heavy. This is the jewel, the reason to buy these sets for me to get this King Shark. Now, obviously, I would have preferred to get that big King Shark figure from Walmart. If I do come across that, guess what? I'm buying that. I'm unboxing it. I'll have 2 sharks in my collection. That one has a little bit of blood to it. It's got some arms like it's chewing on. Just a really cool figure there, and I hope it does hit store shelves. Walmart exclusive, as you guys are fully aware, I believe, at this point. But this will do for now, and if I never do get that one, I'll be okay with just having this King Shark. Just a lot to like, and this is heavy, this is big. But like, I don't know if I said, it went together super easy. Usually, like the Marvel Legends, we fight with some of those Marvel Legends from time to time. We have to heat up the joints, or we have to really put the pressure into it to get it together. This clicked together with ease. Very, very simple construction. A lightweight backing torso, that's where the weight is saved. But the bottom half of this is very heavy. The mid-waist down, very heavy. Not a lot of articulation in the legs, as you can imagine. King Shark's not going to win any gymnastic competition. It's just not going to happen. He doesn't have a bend in the knees or anything, but he does have ankle. He does have toe articulation. He does have an arm and hand articulation, so he's got big ratchet joints on this hand. His elbows are articulated. Doesn't have the biggest amount of movement, but he doesn't need it. He's a big figure. He's a monster. He's a shark. You can't turn him sideways and stuff. You can have him kind of waving to you. He just got a lot of expressions. He looks like a very happy shark here, especially with his mouth open. He looks kind of surprised, oh, surprised, what's going on here? But you can move his mouth open, close. I do like that idea a whole lot. Once you do close it all the way, though, it is a little tough to get back open. You got to kind of work your way in there, as I'm finding out right now. But it can be removed. He does have all of his teeth. That's good. No blood on this one. Like I said, the Walmart exclusive version does have blood dripping down on him, which would be a pretty cool effect. I think maybe the pants are a little different on that one as well, if I remember correctly. Not 100% sure there. But very tough, strong ratchet joints. This guy's not falling over on you. He does got some decent amount of movement, like I said. Just a really cool conversation piece figure. And even for people that don't collect DC, like myself especially, I'm just not a DC guy. Bring me the Super Friends, Todd, and I'm all in. You give me that 80s Super Friend cartoon versions, man, sign me up all day long. I'll get every single one of those. But this is one of those figures you could put with your Marvel Legends. You could put with your Fortnite collectors stuff. You could have this as in your G.I. Joe collection as Destro, Cobra Commander, maybe Dr. Mindbender one of these days, creating a monster to take on the Joes. We all remember that old episode where they turned Iceberg into a shark, an orca whale, I guess it was. You could have something like that. You could have kind of a scene like that going on somewhere, or Marvel Legends or wherever. I do think this could be in a lot of different places for you out there. It's choose your own adventure in the action figure game. But I feel this is worth it. I feel this $100 for all these. I feel like I did get my money's worth. Like I said earlier, Bloodsport doesn't do a whole lot for me. Polka Dot Man doesn't do a whole lot for me. Harley Quinn, in all honesty, doesn't do a whole lot for me. But the King Shark definitely does. And John Cena is pretty cool. Being a wrestling figure collector, I'm not going to say John Cena is my favorite, but I do like to have this represented in my collection. Adding that extra gun really brings that to the next level. So between the Shark and John Cena, that's, more than 50% of the value, perceived value for me. I'd say I'd pay $75 for these two together. And then the other $25 between these three, I guess I can call it a wash. I'm pretty sure I could sell these two and this one and get $25 back. So it's all about justifying it to yourself, justifying it to your wife and kids, or whatever. It's just justifying it. And that's what I'm doing here with this King Shark. I'm justifying my purchase live on YouTube here. But you guys tell me what you think. I'm sure a lot of you guys are much better experts on these figures than I am. Like I said, I've seen the movie. I've got some familiarity with McFarlane for sure and his toys and some of these figures. but I'm just by no means an expert on any of these characters, even King Shark. But there's no denying this is next level. This is exactly what I like out of toys, so I had to jump in all in on the King Shark. But what say you? Give me your comments on these. Did you get the King Shark? Did you get that Walmart version? If you did, lucky you. I should have got it. I don't know. It was up for a while. I just passed on it. But let me know your thoughts on all this. The Suicide Squad, did you like the movie? I thought it was all right. Like I said, I felt it was the best DC movie I've seen so far, for the most part. But give me your thoughts and comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter, _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram, and of course, Pro Wrestling Tees. Search Kyle Peterson. Support the channel. And for the King Shark and all of his men, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.